Hey you, so on this video, new all-time highs, what am I currently thinking? Going to be going over my current thoughts at time of release of this video. We're seeing new all-time highs with gold, and even silver's really going up there to numbers I've said in previous videos I'd be very interested in, so I'll just be talking on that. So before we get into this, I'd like to say if you haven't done so already and you like what you hear/see, please do go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm going to be going over some coins. I believe they're all the same ones. It was a bit of a failed trade that went through the eBay seller, but thank goodness for that, because they've gone up quite significantly since then. But yeah, I'm just going to go over them, check condition and speak in the background. So let me know what you're currently thinking with the new all-time highs, whether you're a gold person or a silver person. What's on your thoughts, what's on your mind? I'm going to give you the top 5 things that I'm currently, or what's crossing my mind and where I think it may go or may not go. So let me know down below in the comments what your position is, how you feeling, and then maybe answer some of the questions that all the answers that I'm going to be giving too. So first off, the first thing that's going to be going through my mind when I'm looking at these new all-time highs, these are the 2008 kooks. So another batch that I had is going to be, is this it? And when I say is this it, is this the big one? Is this the one where we're gonna, shoot off from here? This is just the catalyst. What we're seeing now is just the beginnings in the making, where there's no going back from here, to infinity and beyond. Buzz Lightyear, is this the one? Is this it? As we said before. Once again, it's going to be what I'm currently thinking. I'll give you the answers to these questions. I think that there's no better time or possibility of it being it than now. So, to answer that, or to answer my own question, I would say this very well could be it. It's everything is primed, everything's in position for right now. Recession, COVID-ession, jobs game, left, right, and center. No matter where you look, the sky's falling down. So if this isn't it, we don't need a zombie apocalypse for it to be it. So I would say yes, we are in the makings. We're seeing all-time highs. I'm seeing some numbers I've never seen since I've been in silver. Big shout out to all the old time stackers, that have been in this for 50 odd years. But for me, since I've been stacking, I've not seen these types of numbers. And I'll just give my thoughts and opinions on these types of numbers in a moment. So this is definitely something that I haven't seen since I've been stacking. So this very well could be it. I would say yes, this could be it. So going on to the next one, I mean, that's a big question to answer for myself when I'm asking myself, is this the one I need to be paying attention to? Is this the one I've been stacking both metals for all this time? It's been waiting for this moment here where, you could lose your wealth in a blink of an eye. Or, you could be a part of that wealth transfer, because you made the right decisions many years ago. Everything, even the things I'm sharing right now, you cannot get at the prices I paid back then. And, even then, it was great buys. So looking at a lot of the purchases, everybody should pat themselves on the back, especially on molded metals. And you've been stacking for the past couple of years. A big shout out to all the new stackers. It's never too late, and we all switch on or clock on at different times. So is this it? Yes, I would most definitely say yes, this is it. So the next thing I'm asking myself is, should I have bought more? Should I have bought more silver? Should I have bought more gold? I would say no, most definitely not. It's one of the things I usually do, and I'll touch upon one of the other markets that I played the same action in, but most definitely not in silver. I was very comfortable. I stacked a large amount. If anything, from seeing my videos, it got to the point where I was hit a peak and started selling off what I currently had. So to answer that easily would be a no. I think I made all the right purchases at all the right times. There was quite a few trades I don't think I should have done, and that was involving the gold. But I'll touch upon in a moment. It hasn't been bad trades. Just looking at what I have now and just touching upon in a few moments what I wanted to achieve, especially with one of the metals. I'm not going to kick myself because it went to a great cause. So, should I have bought more? I would say no for one. But the next question I'm asking myself is, am I happy in my position? So I would say, am I happy with my positions of silver and gold? So following off, should I have bought more? I would say also no. I'm not happy with my position in gold. So should I have bought more? Definitely gold, yes. But I've had more than enough gold, but I ended up trading it. I'm one of those that want to be in the 100 plus club. To many that believe I'm already there, I'm not. And, you know, it's going to be most definitely achievable. You know, I'm aiming for it, so I'm definitely going to hit it. But should I have bought more? You know, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's just. But you know, these are things you normally say to yourself, especially if you've been in the game long enough and you've had the opportunity to acquire whatever it is that you've wanted. So I would easily say, should I have purchased more? Am I happy in my position? No, I'm not happy with my gold position. I went very top heavy with silver, but then clocked on. Easily prices also played a role, but when you're looking at prices now, I mean, a lot of the collector coins, even the Rwanda Luna coins that are currently out, I purchased at current spot price or below current spot price on gold. So that just goes to show where we are and where we can be at the blink of an eye when things are going in the right direction. But am I happy in my position? I.e., am I happy with what I own in gold and silver? No, but I'm not complaining. It could be a lot worse. Once again, it's not going to stop me from being in 100 plus. I'm way over that now, and it'll be achievable from things or other things that I'm already involved in. So am I confident in my position? Did I or have I made the right choice? I.e., you know, I've decided to really cut back on the silver and go more heavy gold. And a big shout out to all those that have my number, have been contacting me, you know, basically saying the same things. I wouldn't be rude when I said regurgitating, but you know, you hear it all before. Weak hands, and before it goes boom, all of those are going to be dropping out. And shadow, what happened? Oh my goodness. I'm very confident in the choice I made. You know, and as I was just mentioning, what I said in previous old videos, a long time ago, I got out of silver. Well, I said I cut my silver half. I'm going to be saying the big bad C here for many. And I cut my silver stack in half, straight down the middle in terms of value, price, and invest that into cryptos. You know, and as I've been showing all those that have been in contact in the past week or so, I've been showing them my Delta gains. And if you don't know what Delta is, it's one of the basically digital wallets that track your crypto gains. And they've seen, you know, and this is exactly what I was saying when I'm saying I'm not disheartened or unhappy when I look at what I've made. You know, for a lot of, and it's when you talk cryptos, it boils down to, I wouldn't say luck, it just takes a lot of due diligence. And I done that, especially when I got involved in a lot of coins. I won't be mentioning coins. I always tell people to contact me via Instagram. You want to know those types of details. But, you know, I was able to do the same thing that I done with silver and cryptos. And I was able to acquire coins in the millions. You know, these were purchased 1 cent and above. You know, they was all single digits. And as I mentioned, I was able to purchase millions, and right now it's really showing. And these are early days. But, you know, as I've always mentioned, I normally sell one asset to get into another asset. So I either sell gold to get into silver, sell silver to get more gold. And when I, you know, incorporated cryptos into that, I was selling silver. It's all boils down to each individual. I'm not somebody that reads charts and can tell you what's going to happen. And I'm not big on that. I think it's literally a toss of the coin. It's down to my own spider senses. I don't, and I'm not passionate about these types of things. I hate. You're not going to hear me say that. I got out of this purely because of the lots of the wheeling and the dealing I was doing with dealers. That's what made me change my approach, and just seeing where the market was going in terms of collector coins, and seeing, you got to remember, certain coins were coming out and the frenzy they caused was unbelievable. You can take the Rwandan coins, when dealers were selling out approved coins in literally 10 minutes, and coins were coming out and they was instantly burning hot. And a lot of the other coins from the Luna Proof 2 sets I've been involved in, I started weaning out and back in track, and, you know, just releasing a lot more of my silver just through conversations with dealers. And for me, you know, I know a lot of people say you haven't been involved in it long, and they've been involved in it for many years. But, you know, with age does come wisdom. But you can see many people with age that just wasn't paying attention to certain things. They were just passengers. And then you can have somebody that's really involved, you know, getting their fingers right deep down into the dough. And they can have less years, but, you know, have more wisdom in a way. And that's no shout or shots out to anybody. But, you know, just through wheeling and dealing, for a lot of the times I've been in other markets as well, as I've mentioned before. it's what they say and it's what they don't say that you will really get the keys out. It's very rare, you know. I can tell you now, for a lot of dealers, you're not going to find them bash the metal I'm holding right here, because it's easily 80% of their sales. You know, a lot of the big wigs will be doing buying a lot more in the sun metal, because it is what it is. But you get more feet on the ground. You can easily say the silver stacking community on YouTube is literally that also. So it's when I clocked and realized these things. Once again, I go off my own spider senses. I saw a lot of similarities from other markets that I was involved in. I've mentioned many a times, a lot of people don't really understand this till it happens, but the dealer is, you can technically say, the weakest link, because you have the metal, you purchase the metal, but when it's time to liquidate the metal, you never know what's going to happen, and especially whatever's going on in the climate. So this is why I decided to start backtracking and also add another investment group into it. I saw what could be possible with cryptos. Yes, I know many people say and believe if you don't hold it, you don't own it. But between the time of holding it, you know, and it going poof, especially if you pick wrong, it can make and break somebody. You know, you have to pick right and do your own due diligence, and a lot can happen also in the physical market. And I believe if you've done that, and I have done that, it can most definitely work out for you. You know, whether you're talking Bitcoin or one of the many altcoins. And it's one of the many altcoins that I've been involved in. You just need to be picking right and have the foresight or the hindsight to understand and see it's the future. You may not want it to be. I don't want to go into a cashless society. I don't want my every movement's tracked and to be like so, but technically we're already like that. You know, what do you think credit cards are? I know a lot of people that down there don't even have a pound coin, $1 in their pocket. They're all cards, you know, it's Google Pay. It's been shifting geared towards that for a very, very long time. And what do you think credit cards are? Once again, we're technically there, but it just, you know, bothers a lot of people. But you can't fight what's coming to be and what's going to be. And I believe blockchain, cryptos are just that. So, you know, I'm very confident in my position of what I've done, and we'll only see where it goes. I mean, just to give silver could go to $100 an ounce, and it's still not gonna touch the type of profits that I'm currently seeing in the other markets that I'm involved in. So, you know, we'll just leave that at that. So am I confident in my position? Most definitely. You know, I'm very happy with where I am silver wise. I'm extremely happy with where I am gold wise. It's only a matter of time before I really increase that in a major way. You know, a lot of dealers are taking cryptos for gold and silver, and you know, I intend to do like that. I've always mentioned I'm cashing out into gold profits, into gold, and I'll touch upon where we are with silver now. So next question I ask myself is, where do we go from here? And when I say that, I mean, like, you know, currently I'm not currently buying. You know, I wouldn't say the same for anybody that's just got into the game. But where do I go from here? Looking at the metals and what it's going to be. Well, it's going to be like a 5 to 10 year window, and a lot can happen within that time frame. First off would be collector coins. You know, there's been a lot of collector coins that have come out, and whether they've done good or bad, for me personally, I'm not overly keen. I've seen a lot of things dealers have been doing on a lot of these coins that have literally just been released, and dealers have taken it upon themselves to do what they do. And I understand it. I've always said, you know, whether I'm ranting or semi-ranting, it's a business. You know, I know mints most definitely need dealers happy. So, you know, when they bring out these coins, they're not going to put out a strict embargo basically stating they have to be sold at a certain price. They'll love it when a dealer can get a coin and put it straight up for $40 or $50, you know, 40 something euros, regardless of whatever new coin it may be. But for me, for the short time I've been in the game, you know, I was able to capitalize on a couple of coins. I'm not a player there, especially when we're talking metals, when you have to go through the whole process of if you're on eBay, or even if you're not on eBay. I've shipped all over the world, and it's still tedious. It still can be very bothersome. But, you know, so for collector coins, me moving forward, Roman is always going to be my first pick, because I get first dibs at them from location wise. I can lock in straight away. I think they offer fantastic returns if you pick first. We've seen in many of the previous coins that can be the case. And I think I don't mind going ultra long with a lot of them if they're especially sovereign sets or something like that. So moving forward, those will be my first dibs. Anything else from the Perth Mint or any other mint, if it's a new blazing hot coin, I'm going to watch from the sidelines and hope people can do the right thing and capitalize when they come out. But unless things change, and I can't see that happening, once again, a lot can happen within 5 to 10 years, then we don't know. Will I ever be aggressively picking up silver as I did in the early videos I've done? If we get you know, a massive tank in or a reset, then it's most definitely an opportunity or a possibility, should I say. But from here moving forward, collectors, I'm mainly focusing on Royal Mint and seeing what they come out with. I'm sick to death with a lot of the 50p's they've done. I think they've played them out. I think they're also overreaching and overplaying with a lot of coins they've released. So we'll really have to see what happens there. But I'm in no rush to jump into any collector coin series as it stands. But I most definitely wouldn't, you know, want to push off or put off anybody that is. There's a lot of opportunities there, most definitely. Will I be bulk buying once again? Next thing that comes to mind, once again, if prices really dip, then yes. But if we get big tankings on both metals, I think this is the next leg up, especially for gold. You know, we've seen it damn near bloody £300 an ounce or £400 an ounce. I think the next price we get will be a setting price, so it may shoot high, but we'll get a new high. With silver, it's going to be a very interesting one to watch. This is why I'm really paying attention. Once again, I don't hate. I'm still somewhat invested in it, as you can see, and more heavily in the collector coins and some foundation. But, you know, it is going to be whatever it is. The next one would be platinum. You know, I've been asked a few times, and it does, you know, cross my mind, will I be getting into platinum? For me, I think the platinum metals are... And once again, I've heard it all, you know, when everybody's looking the other way, you should go this way. Applying a lot of the market tactics, all sayings from. But I think platinum is going to be a play for each individual. You know, I got into platinum. I was very lucky when I was able to get out. I got out on a fantastic deal. For me, if I was ever going to get into any of the metals, it should have been rhodium when I had an opportunity to get into them. That's what I want to see, something crazy, insane like that. I don't think we're going to be seeing that with platinum. I think platinum's going to do whatever it's going to do. It may increase from where it is. I think it's a great buying opportunity for somebody that does want to get into it. But for me, it's a no-no. In terms of its future potential, I just see that diminishing. You know, diesel's the devil now. We're seeing where we're going with clean air emissions. I know they're used in fuel cells, not technically fuel batteries. So the cells are for, I believe when you get those large coach type vehicles and they need the cells. But I don't see it. I don't see it having a positive or a bright future in terms of industry. So it's something I'm definitely going to steer away from. If I'm ever going to be involved in any metals, it would be gold and silver, you know, in that order. If, you know, a fantastic collector coin, I know the US Mint likes to bring out some coins in platinum. That's the only time I'll be involved in one of the platinum metals. Outside of that, I'll be steering clear. I think rhodium's definitely done its pumps up and downs. It more than likely jump back up to $8,000, $10,000. But once again, it's a bit too risky. In Europe, it's selling platinum, reselling it isn't, you know, it doesn't have the best avenues. I've owned platinum coins. When I was able to liquidate them, I was extremely lucky. You know, I did have the option to sell back to the dealer. You know, shout out to the dealer that I communicate with. But as I've mentioned in previous videos, shipping cross waters now, it just ain't the same for me. You know, and especially with a lot more, you know, sticky fingers going on with these delivery services. So it's not something that I'm extremely keen on. So I want to be able to have it and liquidate it with ease. You know, even if I'm in the UK, I don't want to be having to put it in a postage or put it in a box and ship it out. I want to be able to, you know, for me, a light drive, 45 minutes tops, and then, you know, in and out, and it's done. So that's not going to be platinum for me. But I think there are opportunities for those that want to take the risk. Let me know how you feel on that. But that's where I stand. You know, that's what's currently going through my mind when we're seeing these big highs. But let me know what's currently going through your mind. Are you extremely happy in your position? Whether, you know, it's AG or AU, you wish you would have purchased more. That's the shoulda, coulda, woulda. I think we all fall into that boat. So let me know down below what's currently going through your mind when we're looking at these metals and these new all-time highs, and what you currently intend to do, you know, when this pump or, you know, the recession, the depression flavors out. Are you going to be dumping? You know, a lot of people want to be dumping this stuff here. Let me know. So I'm going to log this one off, guys. But once again, if you haven't done so already and you like what you hear/see, please do go ahead and like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the rebound.